Hey friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So if you've watched any of my videos in the past, and especially with the 350QX, I always talk about the Xtreme production carbon fiber props for the 350QX. They're great high quality blade. I was really happy with them, and so I was actually given the opportunity by Xtreme Productions to browse their website and pick out some items that I wanted to review. And so I went through and I actually got the package a couple days ago, and I'm going to go through, and this is going to be the first of a couple different reviews. So the first item that I got that I wanted to review is actually this guy right here. And this is a battery alarm navigation lights for helicopter and planes. And I was thinking about that. Most of the time with night flying and stuff like that, it's kind of up to the individual pilot to put together a system of LEDs or whatever lights that you want to use for orientation. So that as you're flying at night, you can actually see where the aircraft is. And this system does that, but it also ties in a low voltage alarm for your battery, which is actually tunable, so that you can set it exactly where you want it, not just some factory preset at 3.8 or 3.6 volts per cell. So that it's customizable for your experience. So I've already installed, because they sent me two of them. I've already installed the first set in the Delta Ray Flyer here, but I've got the module out, and so we'll do a quick run through of this. So this is the module, and it's fairly small. I mean, it's compared to my thumb, and I've got pretty big thumbs, but it's a fairly small unit. It's actually really about the size of a USB flash drive. If I had one handy, I would use it to compare. So on this side, and before I get into that real quick, where do they go? They actually come with easy to read instructions, and this is a Chinese company. They're not 100% perfect. There's some grammar errors. Step 1, plug all the cord of LED light into the output socket, comma, please be aware of the polarity. Well, you got good grammar. Even if all the words aren't correct. And it's also nice because they give you a big fat picture right here that shows what the top of the module is, and so this would be the top of the module where you have the pot for the tuning of the cells, and it tells you that black on your LED wire goes on the top. So this is the wire. So black on top. Really nice. So, like I said, here's your tuning for your volts per cell for the low battery alarm. You have a power input connector. And then this is your jumper right here so that you can go from 2 to 3 cell. On the output side, your bottom pin right here is actually for the speaker. For the buzzer, you get this little guy. Then above it are your lights. So now it actually comes with 4 lights. Clear, red, green, and yellow. I'm not familiar with yellow as it's used in navigation, so I didn't use it. I would actually have preferred to have another white one, but per the instructions. So here's the top. We're going to go ahead and plug this guy in with black on the top. For the power inside, they actually give you 2 pigtails. I had the other one around here somewhere. You get a 2 cell and you get a 3 cell. This is the 2 cell. And it just plugs right on into the back there. Now there's your power in. So I'm actually gonna power this up just so that you can see what it does. So you've got your flashing LED. Now you have 3 of them plugged in right at the end. So from where this one is, 1, 2, 3, and it will it actually cycles through all 3 of them. You can see there's a delay when it's off. That would be while it's cycling to the other 2 LEDs. And then the 4th plug right next to the speaker, you see this goes solid, is actually for what they call the headlight. Now I'll show you because I've already got it installed on the Delta, that this big sucker right here, you can see that it's bigger than the other LEDs. That was the headlight. Now I'm using that actually as a strobe. So the underbelly of the aircraft, you're going to have that right there. And then of course I've got the wires run through and they come out on each wingtip. Instead of the yellow, they could have provided another white, and that would have been this one. If it had been white, would have been my strobe on the bottom, and then I actually would have used the big one in front of the nose gear for a headlight. There's stuff falling off everywhere. So then, well, what happens as your voltage trips the alarm? So I'm just using a small flat blade, or flathead, and so I'm going to adjust the tuning up until, oh wait, I need to, okay, so on the flashing circuit, and I'm going to all I'm doing is adjusting the voltage up above what the voltage of the battery is. That way I can trip the low voltage alarm. Now when that trips, those blinking navigation lights go solid. So nav light solid. That way at night, as you're flying around, you have an idea that your battery is going dead and need to bring her down. Of course, once you hit that, then the buzzer also goes off, and it's fairly loud, loud enough that if you were flying out at your flying field at night and there was nobody else flying, you could probably hear it for at least 300 feet. Which is kind of nice, because if you go down at night, then you just wait for the voltage to drop enough, if you can't see it, and you'll at least be able to hear it till you get close enough. I've had that happen where you fly into tall grass at night and the lights aren't bright enough for you to see it in the grass, and you have to wait till the voltage drops enough to kick the low battery alarm on. So everything so far I've really liked about this. The only problem that I've had, aside from with you wanting a second white LED for the nav instead of a yellow, which just doesn't go, is all of the LEDs have about an 8-inch lead on them. The yellow one is about 4 inches longer. So not the longest leads, especially for the Delta, when if everything's sitting right here, only gets me to here on the wing instead of all the way to the tip. So if you're putting this on a smaller plane, like a small Cub or something like that, it might be acceptable. Although the weight, you're already adding a bunch more weight to it comparatively. Not so much with the Delta, but if you were to put it on a small Cub or something of that size. So I would like to see the leads lengthened a little bit more, and the yellow turned into a white, so that I don't have to do it myself. But other than that, it's a great product from Xtreme Productions. You can go onto their website, and I'll link it below, a direct link to this product. Here's the full package. This is what you get directly from them. Dear Lord, that's some reflection. And it comes all nice and packaged and ready to go, unless of course you need to put it into a bigger plane, and then I suggest a roll of, I guess, 22 gauge wire. Close enough to what this is. I think this is 24 or 26. It's really thin. And then you just swap everything over. But I'll link the item in the description so that you can go to Xtreme Productions and order it if you wanted to, or go to your local hobby shop and tell them, hey, we want some stuff from Xtreme Productions if you guys want to get it in, because they don't just have the low voltage battery alarm, they've got a bunch of other cool stuff. I will be doing more reviews of the other products that I've got from them upcoming. So go to xtremeproductions.com, check out what they've got at the very least, and especially if you've got something like this Delta Ray here. It's all back there, I can't really see it, but I'm looking in the viewfinder so that I can see behind me. Xtreme Productions is the only people that have the upgraded motors for the Delta Rays, the Pro 180 motors, and they just got those back in stock as well. I will be doing an install video on the nav lights in the Delta Ray in the near future, just so that you can see how that was set up. It's pretty simple. Thank you for watching. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Because I'm giving this product a thumbs up. Comments down below. Subscription over here. Subscribe if you like the video and you want to see more of what I do. Thank you for watching.